To go. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Mexico City Diablos and the London Black Knights. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive linemen and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. And they're going to go soft on the corners. To throw is Kaiser. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. So they bring out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fielded at about the 28. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Check, Patriot! Patriot! All right, here we go. 3-19.
And again, it's Collins. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Set! Green, 39.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
3 yards to go on 2nd down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left.
Here we go.
To throw, Kaiser. Steps away to his left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Left, McCaffrey, and a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Let's go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
That's how you get right up off of the mat because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
first and 10. Kaiser. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And this is picked up by the defense.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? Would he break a couple of tackles? I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
Here we go now.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Looking to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it.
Touchdown! A great effort there. 76 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
They'll begin the drive with Collins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Second down, Kaiser. He's going to rifle one deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They can't tackle it. And a huge play that time. 76 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Through an opening, and there he goes. 30, 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Mexico City football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, look at that. And now running right through it. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too. Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now a handoff looking right. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
First down, Kaiser. Being chased out left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Kaiser from the gun on third. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here we go now.
Now back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And on now is the punter, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team.
Let's go.
Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Come on, let's go.
Guys are now on 2nd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Here we go.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And an alley to run. The 20, 10, and all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Let's go. Blue landed.
They look to throw now on first down. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, here we go. Blue landed.
On play action, they'll throw. Going up top. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now back out comes the offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Despite this strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Come on, let's go. What? Ohio. Flex round.
Kaiser to throw it. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Flex round. Come on, let's go. Ohio.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Let's go. Boom. What's in that body? Over. Let's go.
Here's Collins. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now fourth down coming up.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3-and-out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
And they'll send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And take it right on the 30. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through it at the 36. And here now the offense heading back out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That good for 19 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Come on, let's go. White, 9. Black, Ohio. Come on, let's go.
A first down throw for Kaiser. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. That'll bring up second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Flex round. Let's go. White, flex round. Hut.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Yeah, the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go. White, 9.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more after this. This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Come on, let's get flex round.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
All right, here we go.
This is Collins on the toss. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Second down, Collins. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to have a third down. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They're going to look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. To throw here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one will be accepted. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Here we go.
Kaiser on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Let's go. 1, 9, 5.
They go play action. Kaiser. Forced out to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we will send you back stateside to Orlando and say hello to Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score. and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. On first down, this is McCaffrey. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be second and goal. Here's Kaiser. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Kaiser. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Kessler goes off on 4th down, and on comes the Browns kicker, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So 2nd and 10 here.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6.
Green, 39. Green.
He'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Now, let's go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here we go. 319. 319.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They pitch it out to Collins. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. There'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie things at 17 all. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Kaiser now to throw on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Let's go.
On 3rd and 1, here's Kaiser. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Myles Garrett breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front has eaten up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Shift together here from the D-line. 2nd down, Kaiser. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
Now Kaiser. Dancing to his left. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. On 4th down, off goes Kaiser. On comes the Browns kicker, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal attempt. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. This is Collins running left. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll look to throw here. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. A give right to Collins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot.
Looking to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And this offense on 3rd down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now back to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Well, they bring their punter out there now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Let's go.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. Here's McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
You'll forgive me if I get excited about what we just saw there, won't you? I know I'm supposed to be neutral here, but those were terrific plays back-to-back defensively. They know what the mission is. They've got to force a punt here if they want to have a chance to win the game.
They absolutely do. Steps 1 and 2 done. Now they need this 3rd step. On play action, Kaiser. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Let's go. 1, 9,
Second and goal now from the 8. Again, McCaffrey. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak.
at
Come
maximum.
on. You can't give the guy a skirt steak. He scores 3 times.
Filet,
There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They go play action here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. This offense so far on third down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 10. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Taken in at the 22. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here now the offense heading back out there. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Come on, let's go.
To throw is Kaiser. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 34.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Offense working with a 3rd and 13 still left.
Let's go. Green 39.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And now here's a carry heading left. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. So the myth has been shattered. every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So that's a big one there. It's his third field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack. I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
He'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Detroit! Detroit!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3,
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now.
They're going to look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now whistles blow here. Play is stopped, and we're going to get a timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back.
Come on, let's go. 38. Here we go.
And they're throwing here. Kaiser. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. They're in the 4th quarter in Denver, and it's the Dolphins that wound up winning that one. Le'Veon Bell, 2 touchdowns on the ground to help lead the way. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every